like 5 candidates, including a female, gone in for the brick house come 2019. So we thought we should go see the candidates on just a 4-point agenda. What do you want to do for Rivers State? Why should it be you? Why should the incumbent vacate the office for you? And so we are here to talk to one of the first speakers, the governorship candidate for the Action Democratic Party, His Excellency Victor Fingesi. Let's go. Port Harcourt has a labor force of over 4 million, and 61% of them are unemployed or even underemployed. What can you do to make these numbers better?
First and foremost, we will create an enabling environment in Rivers State. Right now, Rivers State is not conducive for anything. It's not even conducive for a traveler to stop it, because there's nothing that will give you excitement anymore in Rivers State. So most people are leaving the state. The companies are leaving Rivers State. And I think we will create an enabling environment that can reverse all that. The truth is that there are too many jobs available. But there's no government policy that would bring those jobs to light and bring job seekers to hook up to those jobs. The jobs are available. Let me cite an example for you. If you drive from Port Harcourt to Bori, on both sides of the road, there's nothing but bushes. And I think they can be converted to farmlands. And farmlands will produce the needed food. The farmlands will employ people. And Rivers State can be a place referred as a productive center. Right now we are not productive. And if you are not productive, then you cannot create jobs. And that's why we don't have jobs. The enabling environment will create, will make sure that Rivers State is secure first and foremost. I did say to a journalist the other day that it would take 6 months only to create the situation we want in Rivers State. In other words, all the insecurity will still go in 6 months. And I think when that happens, you see that investors will start coming back to Port Harcourt.
We understand that you are a man with a vision for the states, but do you have a plan on how to achieve this vision? If you are to take the seats, is there something that the people of Port Harcourt will start seeing in the next 3 months? Although you touched on some, you said 6 months by the way, and all of that, yeah.
First and foremost, in the first day of the administration, we will stop the blaring of sirens in Port Harcourt, especially Port Harcourt. We'll stop the where the military is jumping around, pushing residents of Port Harcourt out of the way. We'll make sure we sit on the round table the first day and say to ourselves, this is not a good practice. And the minute we stop that, from that day people will notice the difference in town. You can't be driving in the afternoon and telecommunication companies are blaring music so loud. That is not the best way to advertise your products. There are other ways to do it. So we'll sit down with them and also find a way to quieten Port Harcourt, bring some peace. And as soon as people notice that, people realize that the wind of change has come. And that will immediately give us that drive to get people to follow whatever the programs of the administration will be.
Okay, sir, so your interview with the neighborhood, you mentioned that APC and PDP have failed the Rivers people. How do you plan to be better? Are you assuring us that you'll be better? Because, when we look at some of these things, how many years politicians, they come in, they go, they tell us like the same things. The people we are no longer enthusiastic.
Yeah.
We are no longer enthusiastic, but they say keep hope alive.
It is that promise that comes from politicians all the time that always fails, that is driving me to come run for governorship of the state. Why? Because especially the PDP have governed the state almost all the time, except of course when Governor Amici crossed from PDP to APC. The APC governed the state for a short while before the elections of 2015. Having said that, some of us are very, very tired of the situation in Port Harcourt. Why? We are tired because politicians make all these promises and fail us. The politicians come to power and think that River State is their estate. And they run it as if nobody else can contribute to developing River State. And that is not good for the development of any place in the world. So for some of us, we've come out to say this can be done better. I have nothing to lose on earth because I think I've seen it all. The good, the bad, and even the ugly. I've seen it all in my life. And I think it will not be wise to pass on from this earth without giving what you have, without giving the little that you can contribute to the society. And I think this would be a way of contributing to the society by providing good governance for Rivers people. Two, what will I do differently? I would make sure that there's equity and fairness in Rivers State. I'm from Afrique local government area, but I will treat everybody in Rivers State as same. Not like some past governors who have treated their own ethnic groups as most important. I know of a governor who every day he sits down with only his own ethnic group, and that's not good. That is a sign of a man who believes in his own only. And all the investments are going to this section of the state, and that is not good. I think I would be fair to every group in the state. I would be fair to a person as long as you are residing in River State.
That's so encouraging. So the Action Democratic Party is running on a 4-point developmental agenda, which is focused on empowerment of Rivers people, reduction of poverty, provision of standard and qualitative education, and food sufficiency through agricultural programs. So can you explain more on how you intend to implement these 4 points?
Okay, without education, there's no future for any state, any nation, any continent. You must educate your people. And it is with the education that they have that they can begin to put things on their own with what they've acquired in life. Right now I can tell you in River State, we don't have engineering education. We are not producing anything that is engineering based. There are no aircraft building facilities here or vehicle building facilities here. Or even for that matter, this is a riverine state, so to say. We have lots of riverine parts of the state, and there's nobody making goods. So what am I saying? I'm saying that education is necessary. It is when people are very educated, people will begin to do things more than we're doing today. The Bible says, my people die for lack of knowledge or perish for lack of knowledge. So what I'm trying to say is that it is necessary that people must be educated. So we'll start from the institutions, education institutions. From the primary level to the tertiary level, we'll make sure that a lot of money is pumped into the system. The River State government cannot afford it. It will cost us to train every student at every level. 3 million naira minimum per annum to train every student. But all that funds is available. River State government cannot afford that. But there are different organizations in the world where you can access funds that can help you educate your society. And that is what we will do by approaching all the various institutions in the world that fund education to come and assist us. What the River State government, the present and the past have done is that they've sat down thinking that their purse can afford everything they intend to do. Go out and look for partners that will partner with us to get the state running. You cannot be a governor and you are doing everything yourself. You must have trusted persons who will run different sections of your economy. And by doing that, all you're doing is that you're creating enough time for you to think, to analyze, and to make sure that your government is moving in the right direction. But governors who do everything themselves don't even have time to realize that they are going down. The economy is going down. They just think it's all good because they are happy that they're in charge. I will not be in charge of the state. I will have different people who will be in charge of the state. All I will do is, as governor of the state, I will make sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do.
This is so encouraging. So, like I said, this is just a 4-point program, to educate, enlighten the Rivers people of what is in stock for them, to guide all of us in our voting, so that then at the end of the day, we vote wisely. It's been nice talking to you.
Yeah. Last thing I want to say, for 20 years, the PDP has been in power in Rivers State, and there's nobody who is over, say, 25 years or 30 years that will not remember 1999 when Peter was sworn into office. Everybody jubilated in Rivers State. But the disappointment is so much. The PDP from one governor to the next has disappointed Rivers State. Why? In the midst of plenty, people are still hungry. There's hunger in Rivers State. And this hunger is driving people to do things that they are not supposed to do. It's pushing our boys to do bunker. It's pushing our boys to destroy our environment. But of course, there is nobody, including myself, talking here, that if I'm hungry for 1 week, I will promise you that I will just sit down and behave. Of course, I will look for where to steal some food and how to make sure that I'm no longer hungry. And that's what is driving these boys to do what they are doing. So I'm trying to say, the last point, that we can't continuously be voting people who are disappointing us. They keep telling you stories. We've done this, we've done that. I cannot see a new road that has been built in Rivers State since after Rotimi Amici left as government. All we've done is we've patched old roads, we've resurfaced old roads. We're not developing now. You can't say we're doing projects and yet the projects are not impacting on the people. So the time to change our votes have come, and I think the party to vote for today is the Action Democratic Party, ADP. Thank you very much.
This is up to you. Information, like they say, without knowledge, my people perish. So we all have information. Go out and vote wisely, and then the church must vote. The church must vote. So it's not all about I am praying and I'm not voting. Go out and act responsibly. Thank you.